Zeke Jones, man, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Joe.
I appreciate you. We're a day out. You wrestle Missouri tomorrow. Just you guys traveled today?
Yep. Yeah, I just came from Little Rock. Man, they're doing fantastic things there.
How's that facility?
It's unbelievable. Their arena and their wrestling facility are top notch. It's as best as any in the country. Ohio State, Penn State, they're just as good, and they've got some great leadership there. And I really see some good things for them. And of course, that's great for the Pac-12.
Yeah, absolutely. How's the team? How's it feel right now? Down from a pretty big duel with Missouri. You guys match up pretty interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's it's been a long 5 years where we were 65th in the country, and now we're at a place where we're knocking on the door of team trophy, and I don't think our guys want to settle for anything less than being on top of the podium. They're working hard. They're enjoying the year. We made some sacrifices, redshirted some key people last year, took some lumps in some places. Still had a top 12 finish, but nothing like it is now, where we can be in that mix.
So you said the guys are having fun. How do you keep it fun when, at the same time, you're one of those teams that, you are pushing to win a national team title?
Well, I think it's, first off, for them, the fun is in winning, of course, but I think it's also the journey. They're experiencing some things as a team. We got great senior leadership, right, in that #1 recruiting class. You got some great young kids that are watching and emulating and following them. But the collective goal, right, they all have that same vision of standing on top of the podium, and they're having fun doing that. They keep it loose. Zahid's, goof off. For him, it's a little bit of a man amongst boys, so it's a little easier for him, where he's been able to kind of make it an easy season, but I think he helps keep the rest of the guys light and fun and having a good time.
What's the benefit, a guy like arguably the best wrestler in the NCAA this year? What's the benefit to Arizona State wrestling and to have him around the guys and on the team? Yeah,
well, Zahid, like Anthony, they delivered on their promise. When they got here 5 years ago, and there was nothing at ASU but a starting program and a rebuild, they said, hey, we want to bring a championship here, and they've got the program into that position in the 5 years that they've been here. They've brought other guys along with them, right? And so when you have a guy like Zahid, right, who is the best wrestler in America right now in college wrestling, and I think he's going to be knocking on the door of an Olympic team, right? But he just brings an excitement. It reminds me of when I was coaching Burroughs and we'd go over to Russia and I was the blocker. I had to get and push everybody back while we get Jordan through. Well, it's the same thing with Zahid. I'm basically a blocker, and so I block for him as he goes. The guy in Arkansas airport stopped him at security. I mean, who in Arkansas, right, very small wrestling community, at security knew him, and so of course we're pulling him through.
Cool. Let's talk about the Missouri duel. Interesting, there's ranked guy at every single weight class. I think you meet at 97. On paper, you guys, are favorites here, but it's pretty close. What needs to happen for Arizona State to come out on top here? Mizzou has a good fan base. You're in their arena.
Yeah.
What are key points to win tomorrow?
Yeah. Well, I think it's, first off, they have a great team, right? They've been top 6 in the country for the last 5-6 years. So I'm sure they don't expect anything less than that again this year. There are some interesting matchups. I think there's, 57's a great matchup too. I think you've got some spots where, we're going to have to do our job tomorrow. We're going to have to come and fight. We're going to have to come with some fire and intensity. And, we're going to get ganged up on by the crowd, which is always fun. We always enjoy that. But we want to make sure that we're ready to fire on all our cylinders.
Nice. You excited?
Heck yeah, man. This is wrestling. It's my job. I love it.
Tell me, what's it feel like for you as a coach this year versus 5 years ago? Now the expectation then is to build a team. The expectation now is to win a national title. Is it like easier or harder? Or more fun? What is it?
It's every year's a new year. It's different and unique in its own way. The goal never changes, right? We want to improve. We want to stand on the podium. This year's a more realistic view, right, where we have multiple guys that can be on the podium and on top. So I don't know that it changes anything. It's a little easier this year, believe it or not, right, where, when we're in a dual meet, we're always in a nice spot to be able to win. But at the same time, it's not just winning the dual meet. We want to win all 10 matches. And so when someone takes a hit, why? What do we got to do to get better in those areas and help them come along?
Nice. Zeke, it's always cool to be around you.
Yeah,
I
I
just appreciate you. You always gave me access and let me do my thing. So I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
No, anytime. I mean, that's what we're here for, man. We love the sport. You love the sport. The people that are watching this right now love the sport, and we want to entertain them and show them how great our sport is. Right?
Absolutely.
That's what you and I do.
Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow.
I see you tomorrow. Appreciate it.